Hello, my friends. Welcome to my speech on living wisdom. I'm Tenderlin, a professor and a psychologist, and my today's topic is how to respond to rejection. For all of us, rejection really is a daily affair. Wherever we go, whenever we live, we all come across with some sort of rejection. Now, rejection, what it is a rejection? We can see in this graph here, you put round peg and square peg together, and you they only got one round hole over here, then only the round peg can get into the round hole, but square peg cannot get into. Then in these circumstances, square peg will experience rejection. And that's what it is, it's all about, rejection. And it is said that Apple computer creator Steve Jobs, at the beginning of his job, he found himself not quite fit to the environment because there's so much different idea, imagination, invention. Everybody have their own ideas, and he find himself not very well fixed with that environment. It is said that one time he even get away from Apple computer, went to mysterious India, try to get some idea. You can see rejection has such a big impact on your life and even your career. And Steve Jobs, eventually he come back to Apple computer again, and he become the big creator of the computer. All of us, even right now, I was so enjoy of his Apple computer, and he is the great inventor. The reason is that he was able to come to face with the rejection and tell us to listen to our inner voice and not to be bothered by the environment too much and know what you want. And I think this is a great, good example of rejection and how we should respond to the rejection. I remember when I was working at addiction center at the SCDMH in 1970s and 80s, I remember most of my patients reported a lot of rejection in their lifetime too. I'll just give you one example here. I remember there's a young man, age 24. He is not a high school graduate, and he even went to the army, even cannot finish his service there. And he come back home, get married 2 times. At the second time, when his wife left him and go out run out with another man, he was feel so rejected, feel so bad. At that moment, he attempted suicide, and a family member sent him to our addiction center for treatment. And during the treatment, his daily life is kind of sloppy, don't dress good, don't have much spirit. Even in my social skill class, I asked him to report the homework. He didn't want to report. He slide a piece of paper to me and say, I'm still under the suffering of rejection, and I don't want to report my homework. I want to get out of the class. This is really good example of people who cannot respond to rejection properly and so much depressed of themselves and usually run away from the situation and never get resolved and stay in the loser life most of the time and feel bad about that. Of course, I don't just feel bad about that. I actually create a program called Personal and Social Skill Training and offer that training to them. And in this training program, I teach them all kinds of social skills. One of the important skills is responding to rejection. And I teach them how specifically how to handle the rejections. I teach them what are the wrong way, what are the right way, and pursue the right way in responding to rejection. So you think about what Steve Jobs was talking about. You got to have a right inner voice, know how to come back yourself. Well, I exactly teach them specific way how to respond to rejection and at this addiction center. Then, what is the right way? Basically, right here, I want to tell you very important. You got to know what are your goals when people reject you. What are your goals? You know what's your goal, then you will be more easier to find the right way to respond to somebody's rejection to you. In my career, in my understanding, in my study, I find out there's two goals in responding to rejection. At the first, when people reject you, they got to have some reason, like a round peg cannot get into the square hole, or the square peg cannot get into the round hole. Anyway, got to have some specific reason behind it. So if you can deal with that reason at the first goal, you should find a way for acceptance. The first goal is to get to be accepted again. So you got to have some energy, inner self, self-confidence of yourself. You want to go after, go for your goal. And this is same like people say like Italian men, when they try to get their girlfriend, they are very sticky. They don't give up. Yeah, that's what it is. You don't give up so easily. You need to go after it. So the first goal is to get reacceptance. But if the first goal you cannot accept it, you cannot get it, people still don't accept you back. Well, in that case, I think you should have a second goal. That should be get their respect. You have to do something, say something, let other people respect you. That is, you should be able to tell them how you stand on the reason they give to you, your disagreement, and the reason why, or you have to speak it out to gain their respect. Just same like in this picture here, the Italian, the Egyptian people, they in all their life they have been rejected by the whole world for more than 2,000 years, and they still stick to their belief, and they come back to Jerusalem, still worship very high over there, and people got to respect them for their religious belief. Same thing. Uh, you don't get accepted, you have to gain other people's respect. So both of these two goals are very important when you respond to somebody else's rejection. So just like Steve Jobs said, you cannot be bothered by the outside noises in the inside of yourself. You got to have your inner voice. What are your inner voice? To me, you got to be persistent in getting what you want. So there's old saying say, there's a will, there's a way. It is. You got to go after what you want. And not just go after what you want. In here, I specifically tell you, they do have some steps you have to follow. And in responding to somebody's rejection, I give out 5 steps right here. First step, you got to find out who is the one reject you. You don't go to some other 11 people to talk about your rejection. You have to go to the right person who reject you, the person who reject you. Okay? And second step, you tell him about your feeling. Third step, you ask for the reason why our rejection, why he doesn't want you or not to let you do this and that. And fourth, from the reason, you make some kind of decision whether this reason is reasonable or not. If it is reasonable, you talk to him and find a way how to get to be accepted by him again. And fourth, come to the fifth. If it is unreasonable, then you need to speak up for yourself about your position, why it is unreasonable to you. Find a way to get to know your understanding your position. And that way, I think you will get his respect. Up to this point, I'd like to give you 4 examples about how to respond to somebody's rejection. And I don't have to give you specifically who they are, since you can read it by yourself. So I'm going to directly go to the example below. The first example is a married daughter and her family come back to their home to see her father. And she was get rejected by her father, and let's see how she responds to her father's rejection. She said to her father, "Dad, I'd like to see you to get up earlier and attend the community senior exercise program. You will feel better every day after that." "Dad, don't bother with it. I have never done that before." Daughter, "Dad, they will teach you how and it won't hurt. It lasts only a few 30 minutes, 90 minutes. Dad, thank you, but you shouldn't bother with it." Daughter, "Can you tell me why you don't want to go?" Dad, "I really don't know how to get started." Now, daughter, "I got an idea. We, the family, and the grandkid, will come here at 5:30 tomorrow morning. We all accompany you to go. Won't you feel good about that?" Dad, "Okay, that's the way I'll give it a try." This second example is a husband feel like a marital relationship kind of gets stale without deliberately working on it. So he like to get more closer to his wife. And let's see how he do that. "Honey, we have not done something together for some time. This coming Saturday, can we go out to watch a movie?" "Why?" "No, it's impossible." "Why not?" "I have to process some data on computer." This I can have. Just give it to me. Boy, no, it's not just computer. I still have some other family chores to do. Yo, you don't have to do all those things. At this time, it looks pretty good now at all count in our family. Well, what about the kid? Nobody can care for them. Husband, this you don't have to worry. Our neighbor asked us to care for their kid last time. They say we can do that. Can you remember that? Wife, but if we suddenly ask them, will it bother them? Husband, don't worry. I have told them all about it yesterday. Wife, wow, if that's the case, you have done it all. Let's go out and watch movies. No more rejection. He get acceptance. In this third example, the lady act on behalf of her sister, make a call to her sister's husband, ex-husband. Let's see how that goes. The lady say, "Hi, Jack. How's Jane's injury?" Jack, her head and leg had over 20 stitches. Lady, I'm sorry to hear you must be very busy at work. Her mother, Mary, like to care for her. What would you think? Jack, that you don't have to bother with it. Lady, why? If Jane got the mother's care, don't you think it would be recovered sooner? Jack, if she really had kid in mind, she shouldn't file for divorce then. Lady, I think she didn't think about that through then. Why don't you give her a chance now? Besides, upon Jane's recovery, she will return back to you. Jack, I still feel you shouldn't bother with this. It's just impossible. Jane, the reason I called today because I'd like to see Jane getting recovery sooner. I don't want to see in between you and Mary affecting Jane's recovery. Can you give it one more thought and even talk to Jane? I'll call you tomorrow. Is that okay? Jack, okay. Did you see in this case, even though Jack did not agree that to send the Jane back to the mother's care, but the lady asked Jack to think it over again. So in this case, she did not get an acceptance right away, but she get his respect. And that can be changed later on too. It's hard to say. In the fourth example, let's see how a couple of lovers settle their disputes. Between me and Mary, okay? Mary, how come I didn't get your call lately? Mary, I want to settle a little bit. I want to sort out what is in between us. Me, what makes you say like that? Mary, it's because we call quite often recently, and I don't like it. I think it's better for us not to see each other for a while. Me, as a matter of fact, after our call, I feel really bad too. But looking at it from another angle, any love couple can call once in a while. If they can surpass their feeling toward each other, will get better. Mary, I don't think that way. Falling in love should be sweet to me. I think we should stop to see each other for a while. Me, okay. You really feel that way, but I want to tell you now, I really appreciate our feeling for each other in the past, and I like to see you not to give it up. Okay, in this case, you can see the man respond to Mary, so he did not get her acceptance back right away, but he was able to speak up his feeling. I think he gained Mary's respect. And this respect is very important too, because the situation can change. People's feeling toward each other can change. One day, Mary changed her mind, say, okay, let's get together again. That's hard to say. So rejection is just part of life. You respond correctly, you can move from rejection to acceptance again. If not, you get respect and may get acceptance again too. If not, just get respect all your life. It's okay. Find another one. So that's the way of life. Okay, here is my final words. I'm already 85 years old. I can tell you, I can testify the importance of human relationship skill in your life. And responding rejection is just one of them. You can respond rejection like I say in this videotape. You have your goal in mind, either get reacceptance or to get respect. And you just follow the 5 steps I give to you. I think you can handle any rejection just like a piece of cake. It's really easy. And you can live your life every day, even though rejection popping up here and there, and you can just deal with it very smoothly. And you can feel easy at your work, at your life. And I hope you can do that and enjoy your life without rejection. And if you like today what I say, please forward this video to your friend. I think they will like it too. And I tell you, my channel is at Tender Links Living Wisdom. You can subscribe to it. It's a free subscription. I see you next time. Bye-bye.